Hey people, D-Man here. Today I'm reviewing Nobody Sleeps in the Woods Tonight 2. It's a movie, the first movie came out I think it was last year, or maybe at the beginning of this year, or maybe 2019 even. I'm not sure, around those years. I think it was last year. It was pretty recent, I think. Not too far ago, not too long ago, I should say. Um, and I gotta say, the first movie was pretty good. I made a review on it and everything. It it involved these mutated Hicks, I guess you'd call them. They were mutated from a asteroid, or I think in this one they called it a moon fragment or whatever. They were mutated by it, and they turned to these disgusting monsters that only wanted to kill and it seemed like feed or something like that. Um, and at the end, we had this group of campers that all got killed by these guys. Except for one, except for one girl, she didn't get killed. She survived and killed them back, and supposedly got away. But in this one, it turns out she didn't get away. She went to jail because the police caught her. And the police also caught the other guys, the bad guys, because it's like a continuation right after that one. And it's a continuation right after that one. I can't really say anything without spoiling it because I'm trying to just spoiler free first. So it's pretty interesting to see that it's a continuation. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least. And I will say, without spoiling it, this one, pretty good. It has a weird twist at the end. It's pretty good during the first parts. There's a few slow parts in there, but when isn't there a slow part in a movie? But it was pretty fast paced, to be honest, except for like a few parts, as I already said. And the special effects, I wouldn't say they're as good as the first one. I think the first one had better special effects. But this one were pretty okay. And the acting and stuff was pretty good. And it's just good, pretty good in general. I would say watch this movie if you watched the first one. If you haven't watched the first one, go watch the first one, then watch this one. Because they're both pretty good. And it seems like they left us on a cliffhanger where we might get a third one. So it's pretty interesting nonetheless. Anyways, that's spoiler-free section. Let's go into spoilers.
Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share this video, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Okay, so spoilers. As I said, this starts right off of where we left off. The girl killed those monsters. She got away. But it turns out the cops picked her up and they picked up the monsters because the monsters are still alive. So what ends up happening is we get a different perspective from a different guy, a new hero. We had a heroine last time. I think that's what you'd call a girl hero, right? A heroine. And this time we have a guy who's our new potential hero in a police station. And basically, what ends up happening is he goes to work, he sees these people, he's just like, what the hell's happening, sort of thing. And he's kind of like this shy, quiet, almost nerdy guy that everybody in the cop station, everybody in town pretty much, it seems like, just picks on him and bullies him and doesn't let him, do much of anything, just kind of bullies him, picks on him. And he sees, like, this stuff is happening. He asks his boss, like, what the hell happened? His boss is just like, well, bunch of people are dead, and these people were there. And then the boss takes the young lady that we had from the last movie. He takes her to the crime scene to explain to him exactly what happened. He goes to the bathroom because of an inconvenient food poisoning sort of thing. And then when he comes back, the girl is gone because the girl is infected by the ooze. And the girl instantly kills him by ripping him in half. And it's very, very interesting, to say the least. Um, and it seems like the ooze only affects you to a certain extent. You still keep somewhat of your humanity, and you also, uh, like I'm just saying in general, it seems like you keep somewhat of your humanity and your intelligence. So you kind of act like a normal human, but for some reason you have the urge to kill people. Unless you have like a different urge, I guess. But the female has the urge to kill people because she hates the world, I guess. And I'm assuming the two other ones don't really talk that much because they were too young and they were probably not smart enough to do what this young lady is doing. And plus her new partner, which is the cop. Spoiler, haven't got that far yet. But anyways, this girl starts killing people left and right. The police show up. They're like, "Holy shit, we gotta get back to the police station. Stay there, bunker down till the people come in the morning." And the girl's just like, "Oh, you pansy, we're doing this." And they call Nazis for some reason, or borderline Nazis. Um, they go out to find this girl. One of the Nazis cut off his own hands because he's a fucking idiot. I think he cut off his own hands. At least that's what I saw. I'm pretty sure he cut off his own hands. The other one kind of just like he finally dies, and the other one's just like, "I want to take him home with me. I'm gonna go home." But they're like, "No, you're not going home." And they try to do an ambush, but he gets killed. There's this one guy who's trying to open a generator in the camp, and he gets killed pretty easily. There's a prostitute, I guess, and she gets killed pretty easily. Sorry about that little cut. But basically, those guys get killed pretty easily. Our main hero at this point, he runs into a place and locks the door and basically tells the girl cop, he's just like, "Hey, listen, I want to keep us alive and stuff." They apologize to each other. It's kind of a heartwarming moment. You think like, oh, they're going to get together at the end probably. It's kind of heartwarming. And then the girl breaks in. She's just like, "Hey, I'm going to kill you guys now." And the girl cop, being a shady bitch, pushes him into the girl to get killed and then runs off by herself because she's shady bitch. And he's just like, "Oh fuck." He's like, "Oh shit, I'm dead now because this girl's super strong. She's gonna rip me apart." So he gets pushed into her, and then the girl starts fighting him. I think at one point she lifts him up by his crotch, which is crazy. And then she infects him with the stuff that she's infected with because she has intelligence. And he turns into one of her, and then they talk in a different language, and it's very interesting to see that they're intelligent if they get hit at the right age, I assume. I assume it's the more intelligent you are in real life, the more of your personality pops through of these creatures. And it seems like his personality is popping through because he's just like, she's like, "Listen, we're monsters, we kill people," and sort of thing. She's like, "But do we have to kill like everybody? Like, because not everybody's evil." And she's just like, "Yeah, we kill everybody." He's just like, "Are you sure? Because not everybody's evil," sort of thing. Because he still has like this optimistic look, even though he's a monster. But at the end, he ends up giving in to her demands, and he ends up going to kill somebody, but he only kills a douchebag. He ends up killing the guy, and they end up screwing because monster sex. Which, by the way, this is the twist. By the way, this is the twist where it's just like all about monsters now. This movie turned from horror movie to monsters trying to kill you. And they're talking the whole long, and they're doing it. It's weird, interesting yet weird. Eventually, they go to the police station. They release their fellow comrades that I'm surprised the girl didn't hate, but she released them anyways, and they're like, "Come on, let's get the hell out of here." The cop girl comes back, tries to kill them, isn't able to. The guy says he'll handle it. The new guy, I guess. The old cop, but now the cop zombie thing. He tries to handle her, but he can't kill her because I don't know if it's his feelings for her, if he doesn't think she's that evil, even though she definitely is that evil because she tried to kill you earlier just to escape. The mutant girl comes up and kills her for him, and basically gets pissed off and just like, you know what, you think about what you did, and kind of like runs off crying like a normal girl, but more bloody and more gory. And then she gets run over by a car and presumed to be dead, but we only see her giblets, and we've seen the other two guys regrow from pretty bad injuries. So she gets killed. He tries to run after her, but he's too late, so he kind of falls down devastated. They arrest him, and the other two guys end up blowing up the police station, which we know might not kill them. And then it ends like that. It ends. And basically it fades to like the city shot, and then it shows this guy being experimented on, and we don't know exactly like what's happening, but he's being experimented on. It's pretty crazy. Like, what movie is this going to be for? But yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty interesting, and that's what happens, I guess. And that's what happens. The guy gets tortured. The girl is presumably dead, and the other two are presumably dead. So who knows if they are dead or not? It's very interesting to say the least. And who knows that girl isn't going to come back for S.H.I.E.L.D. as a werewolf? I don't know. Crazy. Just thinking aloud here, but crazy good episode. Crazy good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, share. Hit that bell notification. That's the best way you can find content. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, friends, stay sane. Peace.
Just a reminder to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.